Okay guys, so it's time to talk about amino acids, protein, muscle repair, keto. Now these are subjects that I've touched on before, but I'm going to touch on them again. Alright, what's the deal? So branched chain amino acids, do you take them, do you not take them? Do you take whey protein for its cysteine? Do you take it, do you not take it? Do you take casein? That's for sure no. But a lot of you guys are asking, is it important to take these types of amino acids? And I got some energy. I just gotta throw that all in there. Is it important to take these amino acids while, let's contextualize things, right? Is it important to take these amino acids while you are not in ketosis, as you are somewhat catabolic? Because once you drop your carbohydrates and your brain, and you try to deplete your glycogen storages, the brain is like, what? Seriously? It wants you to refeed back onto carbohydrates to restore glycogen storages. So your brain's like, okay, we're back to what I know, which is burning sugar. So as I've mentioned in many videos, sugars are kind of like an up and crash roller coaster ride. And every time you crash, your adrenal glands take a hit, your immune system takes a hit, and this is the reason why a lot of you guys are developing inverted cortisol, lack of sleep, and the whole host of health issues that come with not being able to repair at night from a blood sugar dysregulation and poor quality foods. So a lot of you guys are lifting, and you're like, you want the gains all day long, and a lot of you guys are just wanting to take exogenous sources of everything to repair the body in this wonky keto flu stage. But the problem is, these amino acids are proteins, right? So let's say branched chain amino acids. You have leucine, isoleucine, valine, and there are these three branched chain amino acids that really, there's nothing like what Mother Nature can do. How it can, what's the word? Mother Nature actually knows best how to use the right amounts, the quality of amino acids coming from real food. There's a reason why we're organic materials, you guys. There's a reason why certain foods have more of a profound metabolic response than processed foods. There's a reason why, let's say I'm saying in my last video, hey, instead of always going number one towards all of the exogenous sources of things, the supplements, try at least to find whatever type of medicinal or any type of cure in real food, instead of literally running towards the supplement. We're always like looking for quick fixes. Branched chain amino acids are great in theory, and I'm sure to some small, tiny, infinitesimal amount they work to some small varying degree, but everything's contextual, right? All you need to really do is get the same types of BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, from real protein, because animal protein is going to have these branched chain amino acids in different ratios and amounts. So then the question is, what about the whey protein for its amazing properties of cysteine for muscle growth, right? Or this kind of like insulin-like effect where insulin is going to drive amino acids into the muscle cells so you can get what? Yoked and all of that. Stop. What's up with that? I don't get it. I don't get why it's so important that everybody wants to go to the Keto OS and the BHB salts. And that, now, I get it. Supplements have their place. Very much so. But they really more have their place in the short term. But if we actually are specifically talking about the branched chain amino acids, I really feel that the more that you do a proper ketogenic protocol, if you do the right application of it. So like, what's the right application? Well, I've got now about 1,000 videos explaining the right application of it, coming from my perspective, of course. But because I've worked with over 2,500 people and gotten a lot of these people in ketosis, by osmosis, you're going to learn what works, what does not work, without having to hear what all of the different contradictory professionals say about the amount of protein, the types of protein, animal proteins versus plant proteins. But what I notice is, if you get your ducks lined up, you do the correct application of keto, you you get to sleep, you follow the circadian rhythm, you keep your protein under 100 and under 60 for women, you focus on fattier meats that have the fat-soluble vitamins in them instead of doing the lean meats. You don't eat too much protein. You keep your carbohydrates with cruciferous vegetables. You rotate them. You cook them if you've got any type of thyroid or histamine intolerance, right? You drive your fats up past 200 grams, and you work on your stress, right? Because you're coming from an inflamed world before you even do keto. Trust. All of us have some type of thing wrong with us, and largely we have a gut imbalance, which is kind of like inflammation everywhere anyway, that manifests in adrenal issues and not being able to sleep and repair. So then people want to go lift, they want to take the branched chain amino acids, they want to take their proteins post-workout, but what you don't understand is too much protein converts into glucose through gluconeogenesis and can blunt and block your keto adaptation. I know. But then there's the problem that once you're actually adapted, you are less catabolic, right? Because a lot of the catabolism isn't just from breaking muscle fibers down. It's also from glycogen storages being depleted and your body needing to use amino acids from the muscle to actually get into the brain, which is that wonky phase of how can I go from using glucose to ketones if your body keeps converting amino acids from your own body into glucose and spiking your glucose and spiking your insulin, making you store fat, and blunting your keto adaptation. You do not need branched chain amino acids on a ketogenic protocol. Protein shakes, whey isolate, whey altogether, milk proteins are hyperallergenic, casein, whey protein, and then in powdered form, because your body doesn't have to digest it, that's the same thing with BCAAs, boom! You can spike your glucose, what your body can't use right there, right now, because our bodies are their own chemists. They know exactly how much dosing it needs, and if you're over your dosing and you are insulin resistant, a lot of that stuff gets reconverted back into glucose and then gets stored as triglycerides in your fat cells. I know! So no, you do not need branched chain amino acids on your keto adaptation. Please no protein powders, including plant proteins, which are incomplete, which literally, and also if you guys are eating avocados and other foods that have protein in it, it does not spike your glucose and does not count to your total protein allotment. This is animal proteins that tend to spike your blood sugar, not the protein in an avocado. So if you guys want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com and realize that you can build muscle. I built 15 pounds of muscle in a year and a half. Of course, largely I ate, 100% I ate real food, real protein. A lot of it was grass-fed beef, which has a lot of creatine, and as you can see, it did me right. I gained weight in the first year of my keto adaptation. I also did things not wrong, because nothing was wrong, but I didn't understand the science. I didn't understand what was happening to my body. I gained 7 pounds, and then as you guys can see, I have clearly lost it. If you guys want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com, try to understand how I'm able to stay lean as a woman, bubbly, keep my pump. I'm only 5'3". Remember guys, I'm only 5'3". I'm not a big person. I have a busted knee. I've had 10 surgeries on my left knee. I've been in ketosis for 8 years with not a single refeed. Not once. So with myself, with my mother, with working on subjects for 2 years before even going to the internet, then going to the internet, then talking to people, then people asking me to coach them, and just by pure numbers and working with people, writing and learning and asking the big questions, I've learned how this shit works. Pretty much. So if you want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com. I'm still coaching. I will eventually stop doing it because it wears me down. Wears me down. Because the volume of people that I coach 6 days a week, and it's a lot of conversations, a lot of learning, a lot of journaling, a lot of testing. Yes, get your glucometer, you guys. Stop using the urine strips. Get a dual glucometer. Learn how to test your glucose and your ketones. Write a journal on your energy levels, your appetite, and your sleep quality. You can. I have downloadable diets if you guys are interested in trying to get the macros in the right percentage that I feel that works best based on my own experience. So I need to keep explaining that to people. You can go and buy 20 ketogenic books, not get into ketosis. The professionals actually don't go into the details of how to get into ketosis. A lot of them talk about the crust of the pie, understanding of what ketogenesis is. They put a lot of hyperallergenic foods in that people are not adapting to. How do I know? Because all those hyperallergenic foods people have in their diet, they don't adapt. And people who've got histamine intolerance and thyroid, who can't do goitrogens, oxalates, salicylates, people who can't do casein, people who and don't even know can't do the phytates in nuts and whatnot, and have adrenal insufficiencies, don't absorb their Bs very well. You got to give up the caffeine, and it is what it is. So you can also go to my Facebook fan page, which is Stephanie the Business Person with quotations. There I like to talk about the body and get discussions going between people because it's very interesting, everybody's own personal story. Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram, and Steph the Business on my Periscope, which I will do definitely on the weekends in the morning so I can hit the international audience. And also, what else? I'm on Snapchat, but it's just too much social media. I'm on Twitter, too much social media. That's it, guys. If you want to learn more about what I've experienced with people, I'm obviously 8 years without refeeding on carbs or sugar one time. Nobody has done that. Everybody has refed on alcohol or some sort of sugar and gone over their 20 net carbs, but I have not. So this is the by-effect of that reality. That's the by-effect. And that's it. Busted knee, can't run, jump, lunge, or squat out of a burning building, and a person who is soon to be 50. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, right? If you want to protect your DNA, protect the telomeres, learn how to keep yourself hormonally balanced, you don't have to do keto. But if you do, you are on another level, you guys, because there's nothing I can't say more powerfully, more strong about the benefits of keto for autoimmune, for fat loss, because you guys are obsessed, and just overall energy and well-being. Peace out!